Okay, y'all, so I had to jump off real quick, but I am going to finish the reads I was doing. Since this is I guess this is just part 2. It's okay. I'm a human. You know, I'm a human. All right, so we left off at Scorpio, so we're gonna pick back up at Sagittarius, okay? So for Sagittarius, we got the 6 of Wands and Boss Up. This is saying that you have to let go of, a couple things are going on. Part of you is letting go of like a negative mindset and moving forward to better opportunities that's going to allow you to boss up. But a lot of what's going on for you is difficult because it's also attached to something emotionally. Either way, I want you to continue to push forward. Don't give up. Things will get greater later, okay? So there's that, especially with this boss up card. That's what you need to know right now. And we already did Capricorn, so let's go ahead and do Aquarius. Oh, baby. You out here crying over spilled milk. Spilled and spoiled milk. What you need to know right now is, although you might be grieving, although you might be going through a hard time, although you might be going through a transition, you need to focus on what you want to happen and not what happened that you didn't like, right? The cards here are saying that, yes, your emotions are valid, but you do have to let dead things die and think about what you want to do to move forward and make your circumstances different. Make-A-Wish speaks to the fact that you are the writer of your own story. So whatever it is that you want to happen in this next piece, hey, just do what you need to do so that can manifest. But just overall, just do your best to let go of the difficult emotions you have right now so you can move forward into being who and what you need, okay? All right, so the next sign we're going into is Libra. This is what you need to know for my Libras. Whew. So a lot of this energy that I'm picking up on for all the cards and all the signs is like there's a big release, and obviously that is not a coincidence because we're in this eclipse season, but I'm saying that because we got 10 of Cups and the grind. Basically, when I see this, Libra, this is telling me that you need to work a little bit harder so you can manifest and manifest and get into what it is that you want for yourself. I'm on Libra. I'm not doing them in order. I'm in Libra. On the other live that I cut short, I already did Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So I'm on Libra now. But yeah, so what you want, you need to work for. You're not working hard enough, sweetie. And you know what you got to do. You know the little adjustments you need to make. So it's really not much of a conversation. If you don't know, you want to take a deeper dive, you can always book a reading. But you know what you need to do. And the greatest part for you, Libra, is like once you do it, then bam. You know what I mean? Once you do it, there it is. So figure out what you need to work through for that. Now, next time we're going to look over is Leo. This is very interesting. So when I see these two together, you're being called right now to have more intimacy in a different way, a way that you might be scared of. This could be a partner, like it's time to take things to the next level with someone. This could also mean that you need to deepen your trust situation with someone. This also speaks to the fact that you might need to take care of yourself in a different way. Overall, this is speaking to closeness and no longer being afraid, more transparency, more authenticity, more honoring yourself. So I really like this for you, Leo. This is what you need to know. And the thing about it is, Leo, y'all can be really like, self-assured, but at the same time, sometimes you do things for the gaze of others, and I want you to just focus on yourself and focus on loving you, okay? Now, the next sign we have is going to be Cancer. Wow. what you need to know right now, Cancer, is there's somebody in your life that, hold on. What you need to know right now, somebody in your life isn't playing fair with you. And there's a couple things. They might have been through a toxic situation or have some heaviness on them, but that's not for you to work them through, nor is that your fault. Also, you might need to give somebody some more grace. But overall, when I look at this, be careful with people who are so focused on you seeing what they need and not working with you towards where you guys are both at in the middle. This is giving somebody that's very selfish, somebody that wants you to basically take care of them or has been manipulating you. So be careful and be mindful of that energy that is very close and around you. Next, we're going to go into the sign of Taurus. Very similar energy. But this is speaking more so to the fact that, there's something that you're ignoring because you're tired. This is giving that you're burnt out. This is giving that you are holding on and hoping things will change or be different. But if you're honest with yourself and you tell yourself the truth, you know that the circumstances you're in right now really need to be released, really need to be let go of. And the most important thing is you need to tell yourself the truth about what's really happening so that you can take further action. You're exhausted because you're not being honest with yourself. And if you just say, you know what, I need a break. You know what, this relationship isn't working. You know what, I need a new job. Then you'll be able to transition. Part of the reason why you're not doing that is because you're afraid to look at yourself. You're afraid to tell yourself the truth. But that's the only way you're going to get on the other side of this, okay? And last, but certainly not least, is it's Pisces. We got shadow work, y'all. To my Pisces. Baby, when I tell you the amount of shadow work that I'm doing, we got shadow work as well as 3 of Blades. There has been a betrayal in your life. It might have been recent, it might have been in the past, that is really holding you back from fulfilling your life in the way you want it to the degree where it's a little bit sad because there's so much more out there for you. There's so much more you could be accomplishing and doing, but you can't let go of this hurt. I really want to implore you in this eclipse season to release, to let go, and to make sure that you take care of yourself so that you can have what you need. Doing the shadow work is definitely difficult because you're having to sit with yourself and face yourself. A lot of the things that occurred weren't your fault, but the things that you did have control over, the things you have control over right now might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary to have those conversations with yourself. It's necessary to have those conversations with other people. It's also necessary for you to just verbally say out loud what hurt you, who hurt you, so that you can process and let go. But make sure that you're unwinding yourself. No negative self-talk. This is speaking of this. This is speaking of third-party situations. This is just speaking of you can't be healing and actively participating in toxicity. You can be unwinding yourself from toxicity, but you can't make sure that you're staying in an environment that's conducive with your healing, right? Like if you're going to sit and speak with a therapist and paying all the readers to ask about a man or doing all this stuff, and then you going right back and laying up under him despite having the resources and the energy to go, you're stalling your own freedom and progression, okay? Well, guys, it was important for me to get on here and share this with y'all. I'm gonna do a money read. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm going to do just a money read for each element. Okay, just because I'm here before I hop up off here. All right, so for my fire signs. This is coming up first. What you need to know in your money story is ask for the help, ask for your needs to be met. You might be experiencing lack because you're not opening your mouth. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. This also speaks to the fact that we all have free will choices, but one of your free will choices needs to be the trust that the trust that you will receive the things that you need. Okay, that's what's blocking your progress in your money story. For air signs, we have organized for success, very on brand for air signs, also very on brand for Virgo season. Get your shit in order, okay? If you're trying to have a level up. Water signs, I'm going to give you 2 because I love you, water signs. This is saying the same thing. You need to eat better and you need to move more. So part of what's messing up with your money is you are rewarding yourself with sweet treats, or you're not necessarily like as active as you should be. So you're spending money for convenience, or you're wasting money on things to make you feel better but aren't actually helping you to heal. So once you start eating better so you can have more energy, as well as focusing on your diet so that you're not overextending your finances as well as like your body, because that's kind of like some of you might be having health issues or other concerns, you'll see differences in your money story. Because what's interesting is clean energy food and then exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. You're very slogged down right now, water signs, from the sweet treats. And I'm picking up the sweet treats, not just because I'm a water sign and I like sweet treats, but water signs, we are very emotional. So with that being said, this is, if it's saying clean energy food, this is speaking to, what something is comforting you. Clean energy food ain't comforting. It gives you energy. It gives you focus. It gives you forward movement. You don't really want to do that right now because you might be grieving. You might be sad. And when I say grieving does not necessarily need to be a physical death. It could be a death of an idea. It could be a death of a situation. It could bring a transition that you weren't ready for, right? Something's going on and you're having a difficult time with it. That's cool. But you need to get your ass up and move. You need to eat better. You need to take your vitamins and drink your water. All right, and then last but not least, when it comes to my signs, I'm going to do Earth. God is your source. Remember, there is no budget. Ask for more. This is speaking to the fact that everything that you want and need, God will survive as long as you open up your mouth and ask for it. There's not only that, but there's no limits to it. You might be thinking that your vision or your dream is too expansive. This is saying, no, it's not. This is saying they're waiting for you to ask, baby, so they can give it to you, okay? So let them give it to you. Guys, I want to thank you for being present for this video today. I'm going to hop off of here and decompress. I've had such a long day, but I appreciate you guys for being here and checking things out. And I'm going to offer a little special after this. I typically do the same special. Maybe I'll change it from who knows. But if you want a deeper dive reading, be sure to book that session and stay tuned for more, okay? I love you guys. Bye.